We heard about the AUCA conference this year. We heard about the Q Expo next year. And so, Michael, please tell us about the next Living Knowledge Conference.
Thank you, Norbert. So, when you have to do something after somebody have really had a success, of course, it's difficult. So maybe we have to do things in a different way to feel we're also doing good. Anyway, on behalf of my colleague Jørgensen and myself, I'll invite all of you not only to come to Copenhagen in 2014, but for sure also take part in planning the next Living Knowledge conference that will take place in Copenhagen, spring 2014. The conference themes is something we will decide together, but we have already also thought about something. On the one hand, what can we contribute with from Copenhagen? There's a lot of activities going on, some of it buzzwords, about user-driven innovation. But we would like that conference could maybe contribute to show that user-driven innovation for sure should also have to do with civil society-based innovation, grassroots innovation. By the way, I'll go to a very interesting workshop in the UK next week where they have got research money to carry out research in grassroots innovation at the University of Sussex. We are doing a lot of work with sustainable transition, which is something different from sustainable development. It's a question about how do we learn from all those projects that are out there? How do we learn from the failures? How do we learn from the successes? And how can that contribute to more substantial changes? What are the conditions? Or how can we do the next project in another place? Or how can we do a bigger project in another place? That's also a theme that we would like to encourage you to think about, work with, up to next conference. Then the 2014 conference is also kind of wrapping up of Peraras, so for sure we will there hear even more about results. So how have our experiences been with actually influencing research agendas? What type of interaction have we got? And what about the experiences from the new and the old science shops? I mean, this Peraras project is setting up a lot of new science shops. At the same time, some of the old science shops in Denmark and the Netherlands have a hard time, either closed down, cannot be called science shops, etc., etc. So what are we getting out of this with the new science shops and the interactions between the new ones and the old ones? Maybe the new ones can learn the old ones a lot. And then more can come. The host will be Aalborg University's campus in Copenhagen, near the harbor. We have already started thinking about what boat we will be able to get sailing and which band. Patrick and I have actually, where are you, Patrick? Are you still here? We have talked about a band we will try to link up with, but Irish one, but I think it's too expensive. And yeah, maybe some of them are too busy. And maybe the boats we have in the Copenhagen harbor cannot really host that many people. We'll solve that problem. We'll for sure solve that problem. There will be dance. I'm quite sure about that. So what will we bring? Well, on the one hand, I have to say that why is it Aalborg University and not Technical University of Denmark? That is because that section at the Technical University of Denmark where Jørgensen and I am working, we are now moving to another campus in Copenhagen or to another university. But of course we are bringing with us those 25 years of experience with the science shop work at the Technical University of Denmark. We will set up there a new Center for Sustainable Design and Transition. And there will for sure be a community-based research focus as an integrated element there. So that's also what we will contribute with. we can contribute with some local cooperation. How have we been doing climate work together with local municipalities and local NGOs? We have a lot of work at the moment with municipalities and elderly organizations about social care, involving a lot of our design and innovation students. And we also have an increasing activity actually on international science shop projects. There's some student-initiated NGOs, Innovate, working in India, Engineers Without Borders, now also developing to something bigger in Denmark. So different types of science shop activities. Aalborg University has a UNESCO chair in problem-based learning, so I'm sure that we can also bring something in there. And if we can make it fit into the program, I would also like that you get the opportunity to visit some local projects within social care, sustainability, etc., etc. What are the overall time plan? Well, right now we start thinking about planning it, considering themes, target groups, etc. In the coming months, we will have closer dialogue with Bonn and Belfast about their experiences from the planning of the two previous conferences. And we'll figure out how we, together with all you, can get your input to the experiences, or how you see the LK5, the Living Knowledge 5, and how we can utilize that in planning the next conference. We'll find out how to get those viewpoints with some inspiring emails to the Living Knowledge Network, to the Beraris list, etc. Later this year, sometime in autumn, we will form a planning committee where you will all be invited, and then I guess that we early next year we'll announce the conference themes and have a call for papers. So this is the overall process, but I mean, this is really something that we are going to develop together. This will be based on the activities and the results from Beraris and all the other activities that you are doing. So I really hope that we are different types of emailing networks can have some inspiring discussions about where should we focus, what could you contribute with, so we can make LK6 at least as good as LK5. Welcome.
So, I still have some words to say, but I skip that. So, but one thing I have to tell you. When I was not able to listen to that many presentations here, so I can say it was really a nice and good conference. I wish I could have participated. So, but one thing came to my mind when I heard that. I heard Rajesh yesterday telling about curries. Curries, you can have curries all over the world. Curries are curries, but they taste different. And this reminded me of another quote by a colleague from Hungary, Balint. He said, you know, there's a goulash, and the ingredients for the goulash are the same, but it depends where it's cooked, then it tastes different. So please, explore the ingredients of the curries and the goulash, and the taste that's new for you, and use it for your own kitchen. So, I have to thank all of you for coming to Bonn. I have to thank you as participants, you as presenters. You made it a great conference. And I have to thank Michaela for all the big work. And of course, I have to thank all the colleagues from the Bonn Science Shops who are working and help to make this conference go smoothly. the colleagues from the Peraris project helping us shaping the content of the program and supporting us here. I have to thank the European Commission to giving us funds to make this conference possible, and of course give my acknowledgements to the don't know the name in English, the Foundations Bank for International Development here from Bonn. And so thank you for coming here. And before we leave, Bud will give us a poem, and after that poem you will have the video Jens has produced. He was sitting up, was up all night to cut the different scenes for the movie, and I believe it will be great. So thank you very much for coming, and Bud, please give us a...
You stay here, and Michaela, please come up. This is going to be a collective contribution from all of us as participants. Some of you were helping to write this last night in between the dances. So very high quality poetry, I can assure you. And the rest of you are all going to help, and this is dedicated to Norbert and to Michaela. So this is a form, some of you who are in Belfast will remember, this is a form of street poetry that comes from kind of from the peace movements, at least that's my experience of it in North America, and it's called a call and response poem, and it goes like this. I'll show you how it goes, and then you're going to say it afterwards. So I say Germany, you say Bonn. Germany. Bonn. Germany. Bonn. I say Rhine, you say princess. Rhine. Princess. Rhine. Princess. I say science, you say shop. Science. Shop. Science. Shop. I say living, you say knowledge. Living. Knowledge. Living. Knowledge. I say community, you say power. Community. Power. Community. Power. I say social, you say justice. Social. Justice. Social. Justice. I say university, you say engaged. University. Engaged. University. Engaged. I say thank you, you say Michaela. Thank you. Michaela. Thank you. Michaela. I say thank you, you say Norbert. Thank you. Norbert. Thank you. Norbert. I say auf wieder, you say sehen. Auf wieder. Sehen. Auf wieder. Sehen. Thank you.